Well, hello everyone. This is Michelle Tilley, Elite Leader on Team Prism with Unique Products. I wanted to do something a little different. This is actually the first time I've ever done one of these Google Hangouts, so bear with me if I encounter any glitches along the way. But I wanted to do something that I could record and as well do some screen sharing. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a virtual party. Now this in particular is how I do it. It may not be the way you do it. It may not be the way you decide you want to do it. But it should give you a little bit of an idea of how to do some things, and you may come up with your own ideas along the way. There's really no right or wrong way to do a Facebook party other than, if you just don't post in it daily. And those are some little tips and tricks that I'm going to go over as well. So let's get started here. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your website. So what I'm going to do here, hopefully you can see this, is I'm going to go to my unique website. And right here under Office, it's going to say Parties I'm Hosting. You'll pick that. And now what you're going to do is click on this green box right here that says Schedule a New Party. Okay. Now your hostess does have to be in your friends list. So you would start typing their name, and they would automatically pop up here. Let's say Tanya. Of course, my computer's having problems, but normally it would show up. I think it's my Google Chrome. Anyway, normally that's what will happen, is they'll come in this little drop-down box right here, and you just select the person that is having the party. So you do have to be friends with the person. Now, at first, I was skeptical about that. I didn't like the idea of having to add all these people I didn't know all that well to my friends list. But it ended up being a huge blessing, because it allows you to have a more personal connection with your hostesses, and they become friends, and they also become longtime customers. So don't be afraid to send that friend request and become friends with your hostess, or even with party guests that end up being very active and participate and really seem to enjoy Unique. So I'm going to say I'm going to host this one myself. Now you want to call it something snazzy. You don't want to call it, Michelle's virtual party. That's boring. Boring, boring, boring. No one's gonna, that's not gonna be an eye-catching type of title. Call it something fun. I do a lot of like glammy. Jammies with Michelle, or makeup. Really anything like that. I'm going to leave it at that for now. And never do it for less than 10 days, unless there's a really specific reason. Reason being is I've had plenty of parties where I only did like a 5-day, and then people on days 6, 7, and 8 were contacting me about placing order at that party, and it had already closed. So 10 days always. Down here, you can just pick a photo or video to go along with it. I like to pick Melanie's demo of 3D lashes. It's one I usually pick right there. And choose media. Now that is going to show on your website in that party. And this is just a little generic message that that is always there. It's just welcome to my unique party. It's all online. Yada yada yada. I usually just leave this at as it is, but you can you feel free to change it up and say whatever you want. But I just usually leave it because it's not going to make that much of a difference. Okay, now my party is created. This right here is the landing page for my party. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this little web address right here. And now I am going to go to Facebook. Ugh. Hopefully that's my password. Of course it's not. I don't know why it wants to keep having me log in. You're going to go over here to events. And now you are going to create event. Now you're going to name it the same thing as you named the last one. Now for more info, I like to say something kind of fun here and give them some insight as to what this party is. I try to stay away from calling it a virtual party because a lot of people get confused, and for the longest time I had people thinking that they had to have a webcam and you know, be online at a certain time with their webcam and we'd all see each other, and so I stay away from the word virtual completely. I'll say something like this party pick up. You can say really anything you want there like that. Okay, where? At a place. Now, this can get tricky, but I usually say Facebook without. There. Now our date is today, and it was a 10-day party. I'm just going to say 8 o'clock. Okay, our end time will be 5th, and the end time is going to be 11:59 p.m. Okay, now this right here, privacy, invite only means that nothing that is posted will be seen by anyone other than the people who have been invited. If I change this to friends of guests, every single time I post something in there, it's going to go into all of my Facebook friends feed. Which a lot of people can be kind of, oh, well, I don't want my friends to be bothered by my posts. I used to be one of them. More often than not now, depending on how many parties I have going, a lot of times I'll leave this open on purpose. Just because I have had people book parties and buy product after seeing me post in a party. So it's a good idea to leave this open, at least every once in a while, to leave it open, let some of your posts go through. You never know, you know, what Facebook friends you have that will see it that may become curious, even though they don't know your hostess, they're not in the party, they weren't invited. You'd be surprised at the people that could end up being interested. So you can leave that for this, just because this is a fake party I'm doing. Public, I'm not keen on leaving things public because you get a lot of spammers that end up finding the party. So if you leave it open as public, you might one day all of a sudden get these you know, spammers posting about buying sneakers and buying, you know, knockoff Ray-Ban sunglasses. So try to use these two options. And this one right here is the preferred one. Like I said, unless you have like 3, 5, 10 parties going on at a time, and you're obviously going to have a lot of posting. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it, and I'd leave this open to friends and guests. But I'm going to leave it invite only because this isn't real right now. I'm just making this up. Guests can invite friends. You always leave that open. And I'm going to create it. Okay. Now right here, the first thing you want to do is add your event photo. We do not want this ugly blank canvas here. We want to put something snazzy. So I'm going to upload. And I have already made all these folders. Where's my one? For this one, I called it Party Headers. Now, it's a good idea if you're brand new and you have not yet done this, it's a good idea to go ahead and the first thing you do is to set up your computer with a bunch of different folders, one for each product, one for prospect info, team building. Eventually, you'll have one like that. I have one for thank yous. And you can go into the Team Prism Photos tab, and there are tons of pictures there. And I'm going to be adding more very soon because I've got a lot more to add. And start saving everything that you like in here. So then you have it all ready and set, and you'll be a lot more organized. Okay, I'm going to pick, this one's cute, so I'm going to add that one. And it also makes it interesting if you change this photo every day. It just brings life back to the party, gives something new and interesting and fresh for people to look at. So it's a good idea to change that every day. Okay. Now here what you would do is you would invite your hostess. There we go. Okay. Now your first post ever here is going to be your welcome message. Excuse me. Say something like it's online uploading for the we say something like that. I also have okay. And in games, you can pin one of your points games. I'll pick this one. So the points game will be a party-long game. Now, if you didn't know, you do the @ symbol. It automatically will pull up your business page once you start writing it, typing it. Excuse me. Okay, this is just my little spiel. Whatever you want, it's a good idea to just online only. Um, Involved, as you know, the more posting, the more involved people are, the more successful the party is. So I'm going to go ahead and post this. And now I'm going to pin it. See this little arrow right here? It lets you change things on this. And you're allowed to have one pinned post at a time. So I'm going to pin this up like that. And now it's there. It's going to stay there. It's not going anywhere. It'll be there for the entire party unless I decide to unpin it and pin something else. And at that point, you just unpin and then pin whatever you want. Okay. Now, I like to post something like this as one of my first ones. Oops. I usually take that one of that girl. 3D lashes. Day one is all about some lashes. That is our hottest seller. It's our head turner. That's all you should be posting about. Lashes, lashes, lashes. Unless you're specifically asked about something else, stick with lashes on day one. Now just hit this switch. Now I use a lot of exclamation points and question marks. The reason being is that this is a virtual party. It's online. It's all in type. You've got to add some color to your post. If you just use, oh, this is a sneak preview. This woman is wearing a unique product on one eye. And I didn't use any exclamation points or question marks or anything. It just sounds dull. It sounds dull. It sounds flat. You don't sound like an excited person. You know, you sound like you're sitting in the library, you know, reading a book, and it's just, it doesn't sound fun, you know. So add a lot of color into your post, even if you don't think you're a colorful person. You know what? This is a computer. You can be whatever the heck you want. So go ahead and be a colorful person for your parties. And I'm going to post this. Okay. The other one I like to post is, and I know a lot of people have used it too, is a what is unique, because there are still a lot of people who've never heard of unique before. So I have this little kind of natural beauty type thing that I post right here. And got a little document that I've saved some wording on. It's not terribly organized, but and I'm going to copy and paste that. Now you can actually change a lot of this wording. I don't actually like to use the bare minerals thing anymore because it's gotten, you know, with legalities, things have just gotten so touchy lately. I've got some typos. I'm just going to say high quality mineral lines. Okay. And there you go. This is my post. Okay. Now I've got a couple posts here, and I feel that it's ready to start inviting. Your other option is to do a pre-party, like before you actually set up the link for the party. You can do a pre-party and start posting and doing games and stuff and getting people involved before the party. And I know a lot of people have had success with that. Um, I've tried it once before and I didn't. And it's just because I feel like it just really depends on the crowd. Some people, when they see the lashes and they see the makeup, they jump all over it. They want it then, they want to buy it, they want to just jump right in. They're real spontaneous. Other people need to look and think, and even your best friend in the world may have to see you post about Unique 12 times before they even ask about it or consider buying any. So I think it just really depends on the crowd of people you have, kind of an outcome you'll get. So that's about it. That's how you set up a party. You want to be able to go in every day, and you want to do edit, and you're going to update this date. Otherwise, the event falls to past events and makes it look like something that has already happened and that everyone has missed. So you want to go ahead and you want to change this date every day. And you want to post, you have to post daily, at least once daily. Ideally, I like to see 3 posts go in a day. And you should keep up with people and questions as often as you possibly can. I know a lot of people are at work all day and they can only do this at night, and that is fine because most customers are also only on at night. I'd say between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. tend to be the hot times for parties. So ideally, if you could post, between those hours, a couple things, then that is perfect. If you have any questions, I want you to go ahead and let me know. Let me see this. Okay. If you have any questions, go ahead and get with me about it. If you need help figuring out what to post each day, I usually just like to take one product at a time. Day 1 is all about lashes, 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 lashes. Day 2 is about Glorious. And then I kind of go in order from there. Do Glorious concealers and foundations. I try to mix a little bit of the skincare in there, and the Awake and Brilliant are really, really hot buttons. They are hot sellers. So if you use some of those before and after pictures that we have available, they go over really well. So again, just get with me with any questions and don't be shy. And if you are not friends with me on Facebook yet, please feel free to friend request me. And if you have not much confidence about doing your first party, then I'll be happy to come in and help you with any questions you have or help with any of the posting. I just found with experience that the posting really has to mostly come from you because they're your friends and they don't know me from anything. But I'll be happy to help you in any way I can. Thanks. Bye.